guys watching right now, I'm going back to something Gigguk put out. Hentai in a nutshell. Whoever knows what hentai means, it's pervert, whatever. You're like, oh no, you're mistaken, it's a genre, it's anime porn or whatever. I don't care. How do YouTube call you?
Hey YouTube, thanks for finally getting back to me. So yeah, I was just wondering, why are all my videos getting demonetized?
Jeez, I wonder why.
Family friendly content? Yeah, I mean, I could do that.
Worst thing forever.
If, like me, you've been keeping up with the current anime trends, you may have noticed that recently anime has gotten more and more cultured. Why the hell are you here, teacher? Miru tights. I want you to show me your panties with a disgusted face. It's gotten to the point where you start to question, wait, is hentai more explicit anime, or is anime just safe for work hentai? So instead of debating where the line starts and ends, I thought, why not go straight to the source and drag you all down to the depths of depravity with me? That's right, if you think your MILF Sakai, Emoto-loving harem fan service anime is weird, well, welcome to hentai, where degeneracy is but a word, jail is just a room, shame is a lifestyle choice, and hell is only a tanning bed. Hi, I'm Gigguk, and I have an innate fear of being monetized. Yes, this is your introduction to the absolute peak culture, fat titty, Samuel L. Jackson approved world of X-rated anime. So come on down, take a seat and get ready to bask in the most glorious media mankind has made, because it's called hentai and it's art. If you're one of you who have yet to experience this world, standard procedure usually begins with sitting down, hitting Control-Shift-N and renouncing your faith in God. And if you're one of the people who don't know what hentai is...
Now Moen.
Hentai? Hentai is brilliant. Yes, it's a subgenre of Japanese manga and anime, etc.
Yeah, let's just keep it at that. Now look, I know even from my standards this topic is pushing the boundary, so to keep ourselves safe on YouTube, all mention of genitalia will be replaced with delicious fruit, and we'll refer to the explicit act of intercourse as... Fortnite. Because remember, boys and girls, despite the dark, endless rabbit hole that hentai is, these are all works of fiction, and nobody likes it when you just start playing Fortnite without asking for consent, alright? Hentai, or the concept of it at least, has existed for almost as long as human civilization, but modern incarnations have evolved this art form to a point where Japan can have several different words to describe various boob sizes that you think to yourself, man, why can't my language be this cultured? It is often speculated if all anime fans watch hentai, and with good reason too, because asking anime fans if they've watched hentai is like asking people if they've ever peed in the shower. Everyone's done it at least once, but no one can admit it publicly. I mean, I certainly haven't.
Sure.
Of course, hentai shouldn't be completely alien even to those who don't watch anime. In fact, the old association people used to have with hentai, or even anime in general, was, of course, tentacles. Find any clip with tentacles in it, and the top comment is guaranteed to be, oh, well, I've seen enough hentai to know where this is going. And the origin of this is often associated with the famous painting The Dream of the Fisherman's Wife. But the modern incarnation of tentacles is actually credited to Toshio Maeda, who used them as a substitute for male genitalia in order to skirt around the Japanese censorship laws for explicit material. In a rare documented case of a human being using 100% of their brain, because somehow it fucking worked. But that's not the only piece of hentai that's been sprouting out in pop culture here and there, as if you've been hanging around on the internet, you may have seen this facial expression.
Oh, don't get me started.
A blushing girl with her eyes rolled up, tongue sticking out,
it's
with
like
the occasional
eyes, motherfucker.
This is ahegao, and while still a staple of hentai, it is now more often known as a viable career path girls can take online, or wearable peril shitposters used to be able to identify their own kind in a public setting. But really, this only scratches the surface of the wide ocean of degeneracy, because it is a medium that appeals to anything. Anything. And part of the fun is discovering a very specific fetish you never knew you had. But on the inverse, this is countered by losing your faith in humanity, seeing some of the fetishes other people have. What the fuck? For the most part, the types of stories you get isn't so much different from what you find in other high-class, well-written erotica.
I see you don't have a lifeguard here at your beach.
I'm not at the beach, this is a bathtub.
Sometimes the guy moves into a house with his childhood friends where they play some group Fortnite, sometimes it's on the subway, and sometimes it's literally just the plot of Domestic Girlfriend, with even more Fortnite. But some of the most common genres you'd find are vanilla, just some nice, simple, wholesome lovemaking. Harem. Imagine if the protagonist of a harem anime wasn't a complete dunce who is oblivious to social cues. Incest. Shota. Lolly. NTR. Basically, if you take Darling in the Franxx but remove
can't
the
take
giant
Lolly
robots
away.
in space and just leave the sad cucking. When you need your fap served with a side of depression. But I don't know anyone who'd actually enjoy that.
That's disturbing.
Hold on a second. Not to mention some of the most popular character tropes you find, which includes childhood friends, little sister, big sister, MILF, hot housewife, class president, elves, 500-year-old demon lollies, cat girls, schoolgirls, and if you think it sounds like I'm just listing a bunch of popular anime tropes, well,
Goddamn right.
No, you're
which
not.
has sparked the age-old debate of what came first, the hentai or the anime, which is actually a trick question because the correct answer is the viewer. Also, like anime,
Oh my
hentai
God.
has to deal with censorship, but instead of the bright white lights or literal black spots, we just get some pixelated
JoJo.
action. A staple so ingrained in the medium has caused many to speculate if everyone in Japan is actually just born with pixelated genitalia. To everyone in other countries, this may be an annoying aspect, but to me, there's a lot of hard work that goes into this craft. I mean, can we just take a moment to appreciate the fact that it's someone's job to correctly motion track all of the genitalia's movement in hentai
Wow.
to make sure the pixels are perfectly frame by frame synced with the animation? Just think about it for a second. That's someone's job.
That's
Thankfully,
fucked
this
up.
type of censorship isn't as bad in hentai's other forms. Because if for whatever reason you find yourself feeling like you're useless, just remember that the black bars in doujinshis actually think
Doujinshis
they're
are
doing
doing
their
shit.
job. Speaking of doujinshi, these are the proverbial manga of the hentai world, and if you think manga readers are proud when the series they've been following is getting an anime, this is nothing compared to how proud doujinshi readers feel whenever they watch a hentai and realise they've already fapped to the source material. However, the doujinshis are more famous for the scene of independent artists being able to draw fan fiction involving
Oh
your
God.
favourite anime characters. And this is where their true power lies, because they can actually shape your opinion of an anime. Discovering anime because your friends talked about it? How about discovering anime because you've seen doujinshi of it? Dagashi Kashi was a mediocre anime franchise until you learned it was producing S-tier doujinshi material, and I'm
Jeez.
actually convinced at this point that Fate's Grand Order is really just an extensive doujinshi series that happens to have a corresponding mobile game. Of course,
Oh,
no
God.
medium is without its issues, and unfortunately, hentai is no different. See, while everyone is busy trying to stop man-made climate change and spreading awareness
I think
about the
I've
Amazon
stopped
rainforest
this
fires,
dumb
us soldiers
drama.
have been fighting against the true epidemic that threatens the safety of our world. And that is the invasion of fat, ugly, smelly men standing at
Oh,
the
fuck
centerpiece
that
of
man.
every hentai. Where did they come from? What do they want from us? Who actually enjoys this? These are questions nobody has been able to answer, but no one on
that's
the outside will ever know the true pain of forgetting to check the tags before indulging in what you think is a
Ugly
nice,
bastard.
wholesome story of two anime characters enjoying some legal Fortnite, starring a perfect, thicker than a snicker, peak waifu material anime girl. When, suddenly, out of the corner, the door opens and you see...
Oh God, that's such a white face.
You know, I don't exactly see myself as an atheist, but there are times in life I have to question my faith. Like, if God truly is real, then why does the ugly bastard tag exist in hentai? What higher power would look down on the human species and think to
Oh,
themselves,
God.
you know what they want to see? A hot anime girl getting railed by Pod of Greed. But if you're feeling in
That's
enough of a self-loathing
disturbing.
mood to click that ugly
That's
bastard
fucked
tag,
up.
just remember the ugly bastard law of proportionality, where the increasing hotness of an anime girl
Hey,
is
that's
directly
the
proportionate to the
extreme
ugliness, fatness, and
BSN
smelliness of the bastard railing her. In fact, this is a golden rule that can be applied to all hentai. The more dark, deranged, and messed up a hentai, the better the art and animation. It's a rule that is
True.
as consistent as the laws of physics that govern our universe. If you see these tags on an episode, you're guaranteed to be treated to some top-tier, godlike gourmet
Oh,
Sakuga fest made by some Studio Bones hentai offshoot, while
Banana.
those who want to enjoy some nice, innocent, vanilla love story get some 90s berserk-level animation that looks like a moving slideshow, or even worse, it gets animated by Queen Bee. It's like hentai artists
What
are in
the
a
fuck is
constant
Queen
game of
Bee?
nut chicken with the viewer, where they're fucking daring you to do something your dick would never forgive you for. And look, I get that this is the place where every fetish is
Masturbation.
catered for, but sometimes a guy just wants to enjoy some high-quality, vanilla, guilt-free hentai, alright? There! I said it, okay? So what was the point of this video? Am I just trying to abuse my subscriber count in order to create more degenerates so I don't have to feel so weird about myself?
Yes!
But also, as much as isekai and shonen and crappy emoto shows, hentai is just as much a part of the medium of anime too. We all know the famous meme is called hentai and it's art, but
Yes,
sometimes it really is. You might be familiar with the genre that's been popping up in anime recently. I can't believe it's not hentai, but what about its opposite genre? When you have hentai this good, who needs anime? Because there is some legitimately great things to be found here. There are hentai out there that looks better than most series. A lot of famous manga, in fact, have come from artists who started with hentai. Retake is a doujinshi series that has given me a more satisfying ending to Evangelion than End of Evangelion. In fact, we already have an Evangelion of hentai. Fuga is an artist who I get more emotionally invested in their work than most anime. I never thought I could shed a tear to porn until I read Nozaki Anna, and Fate is a hentai game so good that it has now turned into a billion-dollar franchise. Because see, the best hentais are the ones that are so captivating, you forget the main reason you started reading it in the first place. Because as we all know, degenerates watch anime for the plot, but real gentlemen watch hentai for the plot.
Wow.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I'm gonna go watch some ugly bastard hentai now.
It takes a real man to grind your victims into the dirt and decimate them completely, you know? To make them grovel and then shit on their hopes and dreams.
You're so romantic, Mr. Saru.
Absolutely. Now get your panties off, you little fucking slut.
Jesus. That last part was fucked up. The whole thing was pretty much fucked. I'm surprised it's even allowed on YouTube. Links in the description. And I'm just gonna fucking kill myself. See ya.